we're coming to you live on, in game 2 of a back-to-back. Just how drained are you from yesterday as a player?
BA, proper rest and stretching can help a lot. But you're not going to be your usual self at the start of game time. Believe that.
And the Milwaukee starting 5. Inside, we have Giannis and Lopez. Then there's Kyle Kuzma. Then there's Prince. And it's Rollins in at the 1. Turin with a steal. Antetokounmpo against Harris. Pass to Cunningham. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Rebound, Milwaukee. They're fresh off a win against the Pelicans.
Yeah, and that one came down to their rebounding. There was a big gap between the two teams there.
Yeah, their guys really got after it on the glass. Sometimes that's the difference maker between a win and a loss.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, JB Bickerstaff had a few moments to share with me. We discussed the challenges a player like Giannis Antetokounmpo presents for his defense, and Coach responded saying he's a handful for sure. I told our guys to make sure we seal up any lanes to the basket and just try to make him beat us with his jumper. It won't be easy, but Coach feels like they'll be able to make it a little more difficult for Giannis. Guys?
Allie, thank you. Cade Cunningham has faced his share of challenges in his career, Coach.
Yeah, Brian, the injuries, the discouraging losses, but he's remained steadfast through it all. He's a committed and mentally tough player.
Believes in his game and now wants a team around him that can fulfill that need. Now here's Antetokounmpo. Last game he had 28 points. Pass to Harris. And out of bounds. The Bucks will take it. For Milwaukee, they've gone 1 for 3 so far. Antetokounmpo, the pass to Kuzma. Antetokounmpo against Cunningham. Antetokounmpo, that's good.
Yeah, one of the most efficient inside scorers. Giannis just can't be stopped.
Here's Cunningham, coming off a terrific game against New York. From deep. Rebounded by Lopez. For Milwaukee, they've gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. Rollins passes to Lopez. And here is Antetokounmpo. And from the field after that one, 3 for 4 now. And so it's Cunningham with it. He brings it up for the Pistons. 4-point game. Antetokounmpo against Harris. Back to Cunningham. Out to Thompson. Pass to Harris. Cunningham outside. Goes back up. Doesn't go that time.
Well, he can't get anything to go right now. It's time to look at affecting the game in other ways.
And the foul on the shot. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. Well, Grant, from roster to coaching changes, the Bucks have been trying to become an even more elite team.
Yeah, teams are always tinkering now these days, BA. The Bucks know they are a high-level team, but they want to dominate the competition on another level.
First free throw is good. The Pistons have had quite a few high lottery picks of late, Stan. However, they haven't had much success yet.
Well, Brian, sometimes it takes a lot of time. Some teams will come together quicker. Some players and some teams need more time to develop. Detroit's just got to keep adding to what they have and continuing to develop the players that are already in their system.
And a great fan base in Detroit, starving for victories. And he makes the first, but misses the second. All right, Grant, I have to ask you, has there ever been a more intimidating team than the old bad boy Pistons?
Well, they weren't fancy, but they played hard and they played physical basketball. Every team that faced those Detroit teams knew they were in for a battle.
Now here's Cunningham. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. It's stolen by Kuzma. Off they go. It's a 3-on-1 break. Rollins gets the bucket.
An outstanding first quarter from the field.
Pistons trail by 7. They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
Harris outside to win the run. Nails it from 3.
And the coaches rave about Harris and his three-point shooting. It helps his team space the floor.
The Bucks have gone 4 of 6 in the first quarter. Here's Prince. Again, Milwaukee.
Well, he got to his spot in the mid-range, and that's a shot he's going to make more often than not.
Outside Hardaway. A minute 29 left to play in the first quarter. And he lobs it up top. Lopez with the steal. Here's Antetokounmpo. Duren with the rebound. Duren's got 5 rebounds in the game. And here's Cunningham. He's currently averaging 26 points a game, a consistent threat. Harris on the wing. Antetokounmpo covering. 4 on the clock. Harris misses. The Bucks leading by 6. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Well, Grant, they say early in Giannis's career, he had to work not just on his game, but his attitude.
And that's true, B.A. It wasn't a bad attitude. He just lacked an edge. The ruthless mindset that all great players have. But, man, once he got that edge, he never lost it.
Knocks down the first one. And Grant, the combination of Giannis and Lillard, one of the most fearsome pick-and-roll tandems the league has ever seen.
You're spot on, B.A. You surround them with shooting, and you have the makings of an offensive juggernaut.
And he makes both free throws.
The resume Giannis has built already is impressive, and he's nowhere close to being done adding to it.
Pass to Holland. Here's Beasley. Lets the 3 fly. Knocks down the long J.
Rock solid screen right there. The defender got completely lost.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from there.
Knocks down the triple.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Now Schroeder, a dependable player on offense, giving them over 13 a game. Stewart, a screen on Porter. No good with a layup.
That's a defender doing just enough to cause a miss on the layup.
And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks finishing the quarter with an 8-point lead. A big difference in shooting percentages. That's why they lead. We're coming right back. Don't go anywhere. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Bucks.
Well, their game plan has been very effective so far. They're working the ball inside, putting constant pressure on the defense.
Another thing they're doing well early on is moving the ball, playing selfless basketball, and getting everybody involved on the offensive end.
And Schroeder has got the ball here for Detroit. Trailing by 8, we've got Asar Thompson. Malik Beasley is out there with Dennis Schroeder. Then it's Isaiah Stewart, and it's Holland in at the force line. That's the group for Detroit starting the second. Beasley against Prince. Here's Trent. Sinks that one from the post. Trent's got 5. Stan, you've coached some great defensive anchors in your time. Who do you view as the best in the game today?
Well, Brian, you probably have to start with Rudy Gobert, but we've got guys like Brook Lopez, Jaren Jackson, Anthony Davis, and then we've got 2 young ones coming up that could be as good as we've seen in Wemby and Chet Holmgren.
Here's Trent following the score by Detroit. Comes up empty from 19 feet out.
You won't see him miss that one too many times.
Yeah, it was a great look. Sometimes they don't fall. You've just got to keep taking great shots.
Now here's Schroeder. No points yet. Offline with a 3. And we played just over a minute of basketball in the second quarter. Portis with a screen on Beasley. Porter with it. His last outing, he had 20. Trent outside. Clock at 6. From outside, off the mark. Pistons trail by 8. They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
Pass to Stewart. An easy 2 on the layup. Stewart's got his first points of the night.
Well, this is where Stewart should look to score. He can be very effective down low.
Porter the pass to Smith. Now here's Trent. Smith with a screen on Schroeder. Here's Trent. Back to Smith. And stolen by Stewart. To the inside. Holland. Good setup. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. Now just a 4-point Bucks lead. And Stan, after starting his NBA career playing at center, the 6'8 Isaiah Stewart, more often now a power forward.
Yeah, look, Brian, he's improved as a shooter. He still looks more like an old school big at the 4 spot, but he can step out and stretch the floor.
Outside Schroeder. Pass to Holland. Back to Schroeder. Here's Holland, defended by Portis. Beasley for 3. Rebound, Milwaukee. Their last encounter was in Detroit, where they were able to handle the Pistons.
And in the last meeting, they were the better defensive team. They were the disruptors, causing turnovers all over the place.
Yeah, guys, I watched the film of that one, and they had great activity defensively. They need that again tonight.
And the timeout called here by J.B. Bickerstaff. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. And the Bucks will go for a different look here. Brook Lopez is checked in for Smith. Antetokounmpo comes in for Portis. Kyle Kuzma, he's checked in for Prince. And it's Rollins in for Trent. Now here's Duren. And he also played a big role in their last game with New York. Here's Hardaway. And again, no good by Detroit. Milwaukee leading by 9. Kuzma, right side. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. That one on Harris.
And I mean, how do you guard Giannis? When he's looking to score, sometimes you just have to foul him.
First free throw is good.
And Giannis will just about do anything the coaching staff asks. A true team player.
The Pistons making a switch here. Schroeder's checked in. And so Antetokounmpo nails both of them. And this is a star-driven league. But talk about the importance of role players, Grant.
Oh, B.A., a lot of times they're the ones who carry the day. You know what you'll get from your stars, but when the X factor ignites, that can make the difference.
And again, no good by Detroit.
Couldn't quite line that one up. Just got to shake it off and move on to the next one.
And there's a pick. Kuzma for three. And Cunningham pulls it down. And here's Cunningham. He'll bring it up for the Pistons. 11-point game. Stewart outside. Back to Hardaway. To the middle. Here's Schroeder. That one's off. Still out of sync. Milwaukee has gone 1 for 3 from downtown here in the second. Kuzma, the pass to Antetokounmpo. Some solid defense from Stewart. Detroit has gone 0 for 3 from deep to begin the second. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
We've seen scoring totals increasing, and fans might appreciate it, but NBA VP and head of basketball ops Joe Dumars said, quote, "I think what fans really want to see is incredible competition. The score is secondary to that. And guys, you talk about competing, Joe D brought it at both ends of the floor."
No doubt about that. Well said, Allie.
Well, he continues to make the effort, but the results just aren't there this quarter. Well, they have leaned on him offensively with good reason. Efficiency will help you win a lot of games.
Offensively, it's been a struggle for him.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
Count it.
And a bit of a struggle for him so far in the quarter. Just 1 for 5 from the field.
Milwaukee with the ball. Following the score by Detroit. Now here's Lopez. No made baskets yet. Here's Rollins. And the three off target.
And we haven't seen them pound the ball inside and draw as much contact this quarter.
Cunningham finds Duran. Stewart outside. Outside Hardaway. Let's go with a three. Drains the triple. Hardaway's gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game.
You don't have to ask Hardaway twice. If the shot's available, he'll take it.
Antetokounmpo against Stewart. Lopez, the screen. Antetokounmpo for three. And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks up by a healthy 8 points at the end of the period. Getting lots of great looks, shooting it well. That's why they're up. All right, Allie's ready to go. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
Well, thank you, guys. Doc Rivers here with us now. Coach, you're ahead at the half. What was the difference?
We got stops. We were out running a little bit. And then we had great spacing against the zone. You know, listen, we started making shots. That always helps.
It sure does. Thanks, Coach.
Okay, Allie, appreciate it. And, folks, we'll be back after halftime to begin the third quarter.
Welcome to halftime, everybody. It's been a bit of a challenge so far for the Detroit Pistons.
One thing that stands out to me, guys, is the disparity in free throws. They need a new recipe for getting to the line.
Yeah, fewer jumpers, more driving to the hoop, more touches down low.
Cooking up some Shaq stew.
Stay out my kitchen, Ernie.
All right, and now that we are in the later stages of the season, here's how the standings are looking in the East.
You look at the Pistons, they're playing up to expectations. Maybe they like to be doing more than that, but I think they're ready to make some noise in the playoffs. That's when you turn up.
That's it for us. Thanks for tuning in. Now let's send you over to Brian Anderson with the third period.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast thus far. We're halfway through the game. You look at Giannis Antetokounmpo. What a contribution.
Yeah, he's showing off how skilled he is at attacking the defense and converting at the line.
Well, he's also a pretty good actor. He sells fouls really well.
Pistons trail by 8. And on the floor for Doc Rivers as we get into the second half. Inside we have Giannis and Lopez. Then there's Prince. Then there's Kyle Kuzma. And it's Rollins in at the point guard position. Thompson, no good. The Bucks shooting 53%. Good efficiency on offense so far. Shoots from the right block. And it's finished off inside by Kuzma. Kuzma's got his first points in this one. And the Pistons shooting just around 32% from the field. Pass to Thompson. Duran, the screen. 11 feet out. Thompson, no good. The Bucks leading by 10. And, Coach, how about the Thompson twins making their impact felt in the 2023 draft?
Yeah, Brian, we've seen twins in the NBA before, albeit not very often. But these two made history that draft day, becoming the first pair of twins to be selected in the top 5 of the same draft.
Now here's Hardaway. He's been a consistent contributor, averaging just over 11 a game. Good on the shot.
Yeah, so skilled offensively. Getting the ball in his hands is generally a good idea.
Here's Prince, taking a look at his production, averaging just over 8 points a game. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Good D by Harris. Pistons trail by 11. Cunningham outside. Hardaway with it. Now Thompson. There's the three. Out to Harris. The three is up. It's Milwaukee with a rebound. Lopez has got 5 rebounds tonight.
And I'm sure this isn't how they drew it up at the half. Only 1 for 5 here in the third quarter.
Fires the three. And it's Harris with the rebound.
Well, the defense got lucky there. More often than not, he's making that shot.
A little under 2.5 minutes gone by in the third quarter. Cash from Cunningham on the 3-ball.
Wow, Cunningham dialing it up from three-point range.
Here's Rollins, averaging around 6 a game. Pass to Kuzma from deep three-point land. Duran with a rebound. Duran's got 9 rebounds now. Harris passes to Duran. Thompson with it. For 3. It's Milwaukee with a rebound. Antetokounmpo's got 4 rebounds in the game.
It's been an ugly quarter for him. Trying to shoot his way out of it. Might be time to work on the playmaking skills.
And Stan, you got into coaching right after college. When did you know you wanted to be a coach?
Brian, that's easy. As soon as I figured out that I didn't have much of a future as a player, I knew I wanted to stay involved in the game. I wanted to coach.
And he makes a first. And some changes here for Detroit. Beasley's checked in for Hardaway. And it's Schroeder in for Cade Cunningham. And Milwaukee with a change here, too. Portis is checked in. No good on the second free throw. Pistons trail by 9. Here's Beasley. There's the block.
Yeah, Kuzma always on his toes on defense.
Pass to Rollins. Third quarter of basketball here. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by. And another miss by Milwaukee.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Thompson passes to Harris. Left side Schroeder. Here's Duran. Out to Harris. Lets it go from deep. Connects from downtown. Harris has got 6 points.
Always ready to fire. Give Harris a good pass. Tobias will get you an assist.
Beasley against Prince. Pass to Rollins. The three is up. And the Bucks miss again. And here's Thompson. He'll bring it up for the Detroit Pistons. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half.
I just love the ball movement.
Here's Rollins, following the score by Detroit. 1:33 left in the third quarter. Nice D from Thompson. Harris with it. Beasley outside. Pass to Duran. And Portis comes to help. Out to Schroeder. Second chance effort. And that's good. Off the glass that time. Now just a 2-point Milwaukee lead.
This is anyone's game now, and they have the momentum.
Yeah, taking away the lead is never easy. But a rally like this is how you do it.
Now here's Portis. He's scoreless. Over Harris. And another miss by Milwaukee. And here's Detroit. They're on a 12-1 run for the tie. And he hits it to tie the game.
You can really see their confidence growing as this game has gone on. They have reason to believe now.
Yeah, they're in this one. They have some momentum on their side, and they just need to keep up the intensity.
And the Bucks with the possession here after the Pistons picking up a basket just moments ago. Prince with the bucket.
Well, clearly some sort of defensive breakdown there. He is not the kind of guy you give room to at the arc.
Schroeder finds Harris. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Duran with a screen on Prince. Beasley for three. Rebounded by the Bucks. Here's Prince. He's got 6. Pass to Rollins. Kuzma, left side. Three-pointer. And no good. Trying to get that one to fall. And we've just finished the third quarter. What a tight game we've got going. Bucks ahead, leading by 3. After a quick break, we're coming right back with the start of the fourth quarter. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist to the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
Well, it's one of the core parts of the game. Reading the defense and creating an easy bucket for your teammate. That is pretty.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. We've got Isaiah Stewart. Marcus Sasser is out there with Malik Beasley. Then there's Holland. And it's Fontecchio in at the 3. That's the group for Detroit right now. And the three-pointer goes.
And wanting to elevate his playmaking skills, Porter Jr. continues to impress with his passing ability.
Beasley with a screen on Porter. Pass to Holland. They set the pick. Here's the 3. Rebounded by Trent. The Bucks leading by 6. Portis, the pass to Trent. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
I like that. I mean, some physical play inside. He's not about to give up any easy baskets.
Shooting 2.
First one falls for him. Nance, he's checked in for the Bucks. And so he makes both from the line. Pistons trail by 8. Sasser, right side. Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. Pass to Fontecchio. 5 on the clock. Back to Sasser. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
The Bucks leading by 6. And here's Trent. Portis outside. Now Nance. Trent outside. Launches a 3. Holland with a rebound. Boy, you love how guys are making plays for one another here.
Yeah, just a balanced attack, a total team effort.
Pass to Beasley. There's the triple. It's Milwaukee with a rebound. Moving along. 2 minutes gone in the fourth. And here's Porter. And looks like an illegal pick was set. That gets the ref's attention.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
Look, you can get away with a lot in terms of screens today. But you can't make it that obvious.
Reed's checked in for Detroit. Cunningham comes in for Sasser. Antetokounmpo's checked in for Milwaukee. Now here's Cunningham on the take. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
There's the handle of Cunningham on full display with that nice take.
Cunningham against Porter. Screen by Antetokounmpo. Pass to Green. Outside Porter. Back to Green. Shot clock at 5. And another miss by Milwaukee. Pistons trail by 4. Cunningham with the ball. Now here's Reed. Defended by Portis. Back to Cunningham. Three-pointer. Sinks it from distance. Cunningham's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, he's been able to turn it around after a rough first half. He's now looking much better offensively.
And Doc Rivers calls timeout. He's decided it's time to clarify the situation, leaving little room for error. And a new group getting ready for the Pistons. Jalen Duren, he's checked in for Reed. Tobias Harris comes in for Stewart. Thompson, he's checked in for Fontecchio. And Tim Hardaway subbed in for Beasley. So Milwaukee going with almost an entirely new group here. Lopez, he's checked in for Portis. Kuzma comes in for Green. Prince is checked in for Trent. And it's Rollins in for Porter Jr. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, during that last break I heard Doc Rivers as he talked with the team. With the game so close, he wanted his team to stay aggressive, saying, don't be a watcher, be an actor. Go out and make something happen on the court. Don't let it come to you.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie. Okay, Cunningham, strong.
This has been a close game in a lot of ways, but they do have an edge on the boards.
Pass to Lopez. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. That one on Duran.
And the key for Lopez is getting established positioning. Once this happens, the D has to foul him.
Take a break.
All right, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Bucks.
Well, I've been a little surprised by how many mid-range jump shots they're taking and hitting. But so far, that seems to be the recipe that's working for them.
We also got to highlight how on fire they've been from three-point land. They've continued to capitalize from beyond the arc in this one.
And Lopez drops them both.
Yeah, he's a guy you want at the line, and clearly not affected by the moment.
Here's Cunningham. Rebounded by Kuzma. Kuzma's got 4 rebounds in the game. Antetokounmpo outside. Here's Rollins. The Pistons clear it. Harris has got 4 rebounds now. Here's Cunningham. Kicks it out to Hardaway. For 3, here's Harris. It's hauled in by Rollins. Milwaukee leading by 4. Here's Prince. He takes it in, and he converts the layup.
Well, credit the screen there, springing him loose for the finish.
And so it's Cunningham with it. He brings it up for Detroit. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
The former #1 pick, Cunningham has dealt with some injuries, but when he's healthy, he's always a factor.
He drops the first one, and that brings him within 5.
Yeah, can you say total package? Cunningham, the prototype guard these days.
And good on the second, so he makes them both.
And those were big shots. At this point in the game, you can't afford to leave any points at the line.
Here's Antetokounmpo, and it's good for 2. And the Bucks lead by 6.
You expect this from an MVP like Giannis. He never gives up on the game. Woo! Gotta love it.
Kate Cunningham with the flush.
Cunningham's teammates and coaches trust in him in a big spot.
The Bucks have gone 4 of 7 from the field in the 4th quarter. To the paint. Here's Antetokounmpo. Ooh, another basket for him. He's 6 of 11 now.
And he was dominant in their last outing. And the same thing here tonight. He is in a terrific groove right now.
Yeah, for sure. He is just oozing confidence. Thinks every shot is going in. They should just keep running sets for him.
And the timeout called here by J.B. Bickerstaff. And Coach didn't want to take any chances in this situation, which is why he called the TO. There's 53 seconds left in the game. 13 feet out. And it's in. And now they trail by just 4.
Big time points from Cunningham. Good to see him stepping up in these moments.
And an intentional foul right there. .44 seconds left to play in the 4th. And so they choose to intentionally foul. hits the first one, and that puts him up 5. And the second free throw, no good. Tough break there. This possession could decide the game.
And you really have to be smart with the ball here.
Duran with a screen on Antetokounmpo. Outside Hardaway. Pass to Harris. Money! And he's brought them within 2 points now.
There is absolutely no fear in his eyes. He loves the moment.
Yeah, and I can say from experience, his coach just breathed a huge sigh of relief.
As he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now for the second. And he does get the second one. And that makes it a 3-point lead. And J.B. Bickerstaff decides to call timeout. The pressure is on. And he's got a plan to share with his guys. Milwaukee with a rebound. 13 points was their biggest lead of the game. And there's the intentional foul. No choice but to stop the clock here.
Yeah, you had to do that. I mean, you can't allow them to dribble out the time.
Shoot
2. He gets the first. And that gives him a 4-point cushion. And he's unable to get the second one. And Detroit has possession. For 3, Hardaway. That shot missing. And an intentional foul there stops the clock.
Shooting 2.
And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss. And that trip coming up empty, missing both. Harris outside. Again, the miss by the Pistons. So it's a narrow victory for the Bucks, pulling it out for the W. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for them. They had to dig deep to come out on top.
Yeah, some teams might buckle under the pressure towards the end. The crowd was so amped up, such a hostile environment. But they stood tall and got the win.
All right, let's go courtside to Allie LaForce with our player of the game. Allie, it's all yours.
Giannis, you said these games start to matter more as you come down the stretch. Can you tell me more about that?
Just coming out here, try to play good basketball, try to play together, and try to get better. We just try to get in that playoff shape and just get better.
Championship always on your mind. Thanks, Giannis.
Thanks, Allie. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it up. For Grant Hill, Allie LaForce, and Coach Stan Van Gundy, this is Brian Anderson. Thank you for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. And we present the player of the game, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Welcome, sports fans. Thanks for joining us. It's the Doors. These teams have been on a collision course, both coming in playing their best basketball.
They are, Kevin, and when two teams that are red hot square off, it's almost like a barometer to see which one is actually better. So perfect time for these two teams to meet up.
A look at the Magic starting group. Sliding in at the wing, we'll see Caldwell Pope and Wagner. Underneath, in the post, it's Banchero and Carter Jr. And it's Joseph in at the 1. And so here is Indiana after the miss from Contavious Caldwell Pope. And Turner kicks to Halliburton. Basket good.
Tyrese Halliburton has an array of moves offensively. Off the deck, yes, sir.
Now here's Joseph. Pass to Banchero. Now Carter. Now Caldwell Pope. Shot clock at 5. Fires for 3. Good on the three-point shot.
And just a smooth customer off that pick and roll. KCP making a quick assessment and decides to take it for himself.
Nembhard, the pass to Siakam. Halliburton outside. And the layup is good. Halliburton's got his second bucket.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
Now, here's Wagner. Great numbers on a nightly basis as he averages over 24 points a game. Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Some nice passing here by Indiana. Here's Nembhard. Buries the long-range jumper.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Banchero outside. Caldwell Pope with a wide-open look. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. And Doris, when you look at Aaron Nesmith, he is someone that has accepted readily more responsibility over time.
There's no question, Kevin, and what I love is he didn't let not playing early in his career affect his outlook. In fact, it almost added an edge and spurred him to incredible improvement. He's an excellent defensive player. He's worked hard to become a three-point shooter. Somebody defenses must now account for from range. You love the work put in.
A moment now to check out some numbers for Pascal Siakam.
And he's struggling with his shot these days, and the analytics bear that out. With the true shooting percentage heading down in these past 10 games. But, guys, it wouldn't surprise me if that was a trend that he could reverse here tonight.
Now, here's Banchero. He's an offensive force, averaging nearly 26 points a game. That one drops for him.
Such a nice-looking jump shot. Solid mechanics, fluid. Banchero's special.
Siakam outside. Halliburton outside. Over Joseph. And it's Halliburton missing.
Well, certainly not the best defensive effort, but this guy can't make them pay for their laziness.
Caldwell Pope outside. Out to the wing. Banchero outside. Over Halliburton. And it's Banchero missing. Pacers leading by 5. Halliburton outside. Back to Nesmith. Pass to Siakam. From deep. Rebound by the Magic. Their last encounter was in Orlando.
Yeah, they really squeaked out a close one in that last matchup. Came down to just a few turnovers that gave them the margin of victory.
That's about trusting your instincts, knowing when the shot he wants to take is there and taking it in the catch and shoot, Mr. Wagner.
Here's Nemhard. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game. Turner with the screen. Nemhard with it. Over Caldwell Pope. And once again off the mark by Indiana. And so it's Joseph with it. He'll bring it up for the Magic. Trailing by 2. Pass to Banchero. No good. That would have tied it. Indiana's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. With the shot. Siakam misses. Last outing for Indiana. They won that game against Cleveland. Caldwell Pope passes to Banchero.
And what a strong finish from Banchero. His guys love when he throws it down.
And so it's Rick Carlisle here calling timeout. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Toppin, he's checked in for Miles Turner. Benedict Mathurin comes in for Aaron Nesmith. Shepard's checked in for Andrew Nemhard. And it's T.J. McConnell in for Halliburton. So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group here. Goga Bitadze's checked in for Wendell Carter. Jonathan Isaac comes in for Paolo Banchero. Anthony's checked in for Caldwell Pope. And it's Anthony Black in for Corey Joseph. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Pacers obviously push the fast break. Tyrese Halliburton says the emphasis is getting outlets and running, playing fast. That's a good identity to have. It's a team that people want to play for, and it's a style you don't want to play against. You've got to be ready to play us. Kevin, the idea is for them to wear you down.
They fly, David. Baseline to baseline. They can really go. Here's Bitadze. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. It's a tie game in Indiana. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And let's quickly break down the game, guys, we have seen from Indiana. What do you think?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
I think across the board, a number of guys who've done a great job guarding multiple positions.
And it's the Pacers ball on the court for Orlando. They've got Black. Also Cole Anthony out there. And it's Banchero in at the power forward. Here's Mathurin. Nothing on the board. Outside for Halliburton. Clock at 6. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Halliburton's got the opening field goal of the second quarter for Indiana.
Well, you love when guards are unafraid to get to the painted area and finish. Go ahead, Tyrese.
Seems like every time, Greg, we see Tyrese Halliburton, he's wearing a big smile on his face.
Talk about a guy who just loves this game. Halliburton is such an enthusiastic player, and that positive attitude really infects his entire team. Oh, the defense puts contact on Banchero inside, but he just bullies right through it.
Toppin sets a screen for Halliburton. Does not find the target. That makes him 3 for 5. It's Anthony with the drive. And finished off by Banchero.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. You know, a trend that's been unmistakable, Greg, over the last few decades has been the number of positionless players.
Yeah, and I think that's a great thing, right? So many players now with diversity in their skill set, and there's no need to commit a player to a certain role just based on their size. And a big man who can do a little bit of everything. Banchero's future is certainly bright.
Pacers trail by 3. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Mathurin for 3. The rebound by Batadze. Magic shooting here, about 46% for the game. Anthony, the pass to Banchero. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's going to be on Jarris Walker.
And Banchero doesn't back down from anyone, which is why he's able to draw those fouls.
That free throw missing.
What you like about Banchero, he's built to carry an offense in both temperament and talent.
And he misses the second one as well, so he is 0 for 2 that time.
And just a much better job of attacking and getting to the line here in the second quarter. Didn't have a single attempt in the first.
Mathurin against Banchero. And it's Mathurin missing. Orlando leading by 3. Pass to De Silva. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Here's Banchero. No good. He's missed 3, and he's made 4 of the 7. And Halliburton's got the ball here for the Indiana Pacers. Left side, Walker. Good. And McConnell gets the assist.
This guy is a pick-your-poison kind of player. Very hard defensively to cover all your bases with him.
And we've got a timeout called by Jamal Mosley. He wants to talk to his guys.
And team strategies closely guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
It's tough to hide your communications. Teams go to great lengths to try to do it, but sometimes to no avail.
Miles Turner, he's checked in for the Pacers. Andrew Nembhard comes in for T.J. McConnell. Orlando leading. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. And here's Joseph for 3. Offensive rebound. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Good to see a player going all out when the game's this tight.
You know, G.A., he knows what his job is. Patrol the offensive glass.
And that's so demoralizing to your opponent. To play great defense and have the possession end that way, that's tough to take.
Halliburton, no good. Magic leading by 3. Over to the left wing. Joseph, the pass to Carter. And not sure what he was thinking there. Indiana's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Pass to Halliburton. Here's Turner. And that one, no good to start him off on the night. For Orlando, they've gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. Wagner outside. Here's Batadze. This one for 3. It's rebounded by Tyrese Halliburton. Outside Mathurin. Turner with a screen on Wagner. Mathurin, good.
Boy, a lot of confidence to Mathurin's game. That efficiency has to get better, but he is not shy.
Wagner outside. Pass to Black. Six to shoot. Wagner outside. Beyond the arc. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Oh, it didn't take long for Franz Wagner to get those 3 points back.
And so it's Rick Carlisle here calling timeout. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. Some changes for Indiana. Pascal Siakam comes in for Toppin, and Aaron Nesmith subbed in for Halliburton. And a change for the Magic. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, he's checked in for Black. .129 left to play here in the second quarter. Indiana moving it around. Left side, Turner. It's hauled in by the Magic. Bitadze's got his 5th rebound in this one. Wagner kicks to Carter. Wagner outside.
Guys, when you're talking about young players, the first thing I want to know is, do they have passion and enthusiasm for the game? Franz Wagner, he's got every bit of that.
The Magic have gone 1 of 3 at the line here.
And their success rate on the season, right around 77%.
That's good from Wagner.
Franz Wagner, so fundamentally sound. This guy's so clever, plays with a ton of energy.
Both good from the line that time.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
52 seconds left in the first half of basketball. And a wide open look for Siakam. Indiana again missing. And it's Joseph with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Orlando Magic. To the middle. There's Bitadze. And he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
And how about breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk?
A nice way to pad that lead a little more. You're right. Here's Nesmith. Drills the three-pointer. Nesmith has got his second basket of the night.
Well, yet another selfless play from Miles Turner. Pretty pass to his teammate.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Wagner. A 23-point game for him in the win against Boston. Shot clock at 6. The tray. That shot is off. And he trains the 3, but let's see. They may need to review it. I'm not sure the ball was out of his hand in time.
The previous play is under review.
Bring out the monitor and see if he got that shot off in time.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, you know, some might say, hey, can't we just skip the replay this time around? But you just never know.
After the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
Now they're going to switch the call. There is no doubt, and looking at the replay, that he got it off in time.
Well, it's good they decided to take another look at it. I know some folks don't like how replay slows the game down and interrupts the flow, but when you have it there, you got to use it.
And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Magic lead by 1. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks. Rick, what do you not like about how your team is playing so far?
Well, we weren't into it. We missed the block out. We were taking a couple of bad shots. So we just need to refocus. Key in this game, we got to take away their open jump shots and threes, and we got to rebound.
Rick, thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
Good to have you with us. With the season in its latter portion, let's look at the Eastern Conference playoff race.
You take a look at Orlando. They've played okay, but unfortunately, that's not getting you into the playoffs. They were hoping to take the next step this year. That led to a lot of frustration for everybody. Their fans are hangry. They wanted to eat.
And turning back now to talk about the Orlando Magic. What a close game this has been.
Despite being the visitor, they've been in control. They've got an edge to their game. That can quiet a hostile crowd, Shaq.
Yeah, boos from the stands can be a motivator.
Thank you for being with us. Now let's send it to Kevin Harlan for the second half tip.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Well, you have to like what we're seeing so far from Paolo Banchero.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far unstoppable.
The forward spots with Neesmith and Siakam. Halliburton in the backcourt, Nembhard to his side. And it's Turner in its center. So that's who Rick Carlisle starts the second half with. For 3, Siakam. Carter pulls it in. Carter's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Pass to Wagner. Siakam against Banchero. Carter sets the pick for Banchero. Such a wide open look. Banchero's got his team on the board first here in the second half for the Magic. Pacers trail by 4. And here is Neesmith. Back to Halliburton. Oh, good with the triple.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Getting the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Kevin, thanks very much. Tyrese Halliburton is a person who's in control. He says, I want to win, so I'm just trying to figure out the right way to do that. Right now, it's get the ball in my hands and just make the right reads. I can facilitate probably better than the majority of people in the league. So that's what I want to do. I want to get my guys involved. Kevin?
He does, doesn't he, David? Every single time. And, David, we thank you for that report. And Rick Carlisle decides to call timeout. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys.
And now a quick review at the numbers for Halliburton. Putting up about 18 points per, 9 assists, and 3 rebounds. And with his great passing, he's been a catalyst for their offense, often seeing plays even before they materialize.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that. Great anticipation, excellent peripheral vision. His talents are really shining through.
And they get one. Now 1 of 5 here in the third.
Joseph, the pass to Carter. Caldwell Pope outside. Outside, Joseph. 6 on the shot clock. And they call an illegal screen here.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
You know, he's just leaning a little bit. You try to get away with it, but boy, the official all over it.
Halliburton finds Turner. Now Nembhard. He has 6. And he gets that one to go off the front iron. Now just a 2-point Magic lead. And it's Joseph with the ball. He'll bring it up for Orlando. Siakam against Banchero. For the 3. The Pacers pull it in. Nembhard's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Inside. Here's Turner, and it's Turner finishing it off.
How about that? He's 7 feet tall, and Miles Turner, because of that ability to move in any direction at any moment, is a big-time problem inside.
Now, here's Wagner. He's got 8. Caldwell Pope outside. Out left to the wing. Banchero dishes to Caldwell Pope. Kicks it out to Wagner. Over Neesmith. It's rebounded by Indiana. Siakam with it, and it's Carter picking him up. And that's a foul called on Franz Wagner. That's his first foul. Benedict Mathurin, he's checked in for Neesmith. Anthony Black's checked in for Orlando. Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have gone.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Orlando's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2.
Well, that's the speed and a little bit of craftiness on display from Corey Joseph. So difficult to contain when he's aggressive.
Shooting 2.
Free throw good, Joseph.
Well, what I like about Corey Joseph is this guy will give you a little bit of everything. Perhaps most importantly, guys, you know he's going to play consistently good defense.
And Joseph drops them both. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Halliburton passes to Turner. Siakam outside. Here's Nembhard. And the Pacers can't get it to go. The Magic have gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. And it's denied. Sent back by Siakam. And we have to take another glance at that powerful rejection.
And this is why coaches stress the importance of defense. Big block there in this close game.
Wagner outside. Here's Banchero. And he banks in the layup. 16 points for Paolo Banchero.
And Banchero is putting it all together, capable of scoring from all 3 levels.
And Rick Carlisle decides to call timeout. He wants to regroup and go over the strategy. And some changes here for the Pacers. Obi Toppin's checked in for Miles Turner, and it's T.J. McConnell in for Halliburton. Goga Bitadze's checked in for Orlando. Isaac comes in for Paolo Banchero. Nembhard with it. He's covered by Joseph. This is his first free throw of the game.
And he's putting together a solid year at the free throw line, 79% overall.
That free throw, good from Nembhard. And both free throws good for Nembhard. Orlando, they've gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. It's Wagner atop the key. 1:32 left to play in the third. Off target at the rim. Siakam deciding where to go with it. And here's McConnell. Still scoreless. Back to Siakam. 5 on the clock. And once again off the mark by Indiana.
Boy, at some point you've got to realize there might be a better option standing next to you. This guy has not made one basket in this period.
And so it's Indiana with it after Jonathan Isaac's miss. A shot by Nembhard, no good.
Boy, 9 times out of 10, that's going in. I'm sure he surprised himself with the miss.
Wagner outside. Off target with his 3.
Well, they have the advantage, but you still feel like this guy needs to find a way to get himself going.
McConnell finds Siakam. Good. And McConnell gets the assist. Siakam's got it all tied up now for the Pacers.
Now, there's no hesitation in catch-and-shoot situations for Pascal Siakam. He has turned himself into a legitimate threat.
Here's Black. Looking at his numbers, he averages a bit over 9 points a game. On the wing, Isaac. Wagner passes to Black. Over Siakam. Black, no good. And we wrap up the third and looking to be an exciting fourth quarter. Live from Gainbridge Fieldhouse, you're watching 2K Sports. And let's listen to head coach Rick Carlisle review the game plan with his guys.
Hey, we're doing a good job of keeping our bodies on their bodies down there. Let's take them all away. Let's take them all away. When we get it, let's run. Let's run. Let's get out.
Well, Greg, you can tell he's appreciating the hustle on the glass, absolutely loving the effort.
Not wanting to waste any time after grabbing rebounds. Coach Carlisle wants his team to push the pace.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. So on the floor for Orlando, they've got Anthony, also Black out there, and it's De Silva in at the 3 spot. Pass to Halliburton. Tapano screen on Anthony. Halliburton. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. The Magic shooting at 36%. They really seem out of sync offensively. Outside Anthony. And here's Banchero. Defended by Mathurin. That's good from Banchero on the assist by Anthony. Banchero's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for the Magic. fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. Walker with this screen for Halliburton. Really left alone that time.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
And Halliburton's got the ball here for the Indiana Pacers. Here's Mathurin. Pass to McConnell. Back to Mathurin. Tapano screen on Anthony. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. The Magic have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Driving in. Oh, and the jam by Anthony.
Yeah, my goodness, the momentum of the drive, the airtime on the finish. Cole Anthony, that is too nice.
Halliburton against Anthony. Outside, Walker. A three-pointer, no good. Magic have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. To the left wing, De Silva, and good, he nails it. And the Magic lead by 4.
Well, 9 times out of 10, that probably is a miss, but somehow he finds a way.
McConnell finds Mathurin. Here's Halliburton. Down goes basket number 6 for him this game. He's taken 12 shots and made half of them.
Yeah, give Halliburton credit for staying with the play. You've got to be able to fend off that defense and still finish.
And we've got a timeout called by Jamal Mosley. He's very aware of the timing here and the significance of getting things squared away with his team. So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Turner's checked in for Toppin. Pascal Siakam comes in for Walker. Aaron Nesmith has checked in for Benedict Mathurin. And Andrew Nembhard's subbed in for T.J. McConnell. With a short break in the action gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
During that last break, I got a chance to hear what Jamal Mosley said to his team. Now, he said, come on, can anybody make a three? We have to be better from deep. He implored his team to find the shooters, get them open with movement and kicks. We'll see if it works, guys.
Thank you, David. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Magic.
They've been running away from the defense all game. I mean, loads of points here off the fast break, and the opposition just hasn't been able to adjust to that aggressive play style.
Something else that they've had working for them is attacking the offensive glass. Boy, taking advantage and creating second chance points. Impressive.
And the first one drops. And both free throws good for Nembhard. Here's Wagner. Pass to Caldwell Pope. Siakam pulls it in. For Indiana, they've gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. To take the lead. Connects from three-point range. And the Pacers lead by 3.
Puts one in the eye of the defense. First triple of the evening.
For Orlando, they've gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. Joseph sets a screen for Wagner. And he can't stop the run as he misses.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
Halliburton outside, shoots the three. It's hauled in by the Magic. Banchero's got 7 rebounds in the game. And Joseph kicks to Carter. Banchero inside, covered by Siakam. Banchero is screened for Wagner. Sinks the triple. Wagner's got the game tied up here for the Magic.
Don't you love that a young player like Franz Wagner's so willing to deliver in the clutch? Wow.
Here's Siakam. Carter pulls it in. Carter's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Wagner finds Caldwell Pope. Down low. Here's Carter, and then Carter with the dunk.
Wendell Carter Jr. says, big moment is my time. What incredible confidence.
Siakam against Banchero. Shoots from the right block, and no good. Trying to use the glass. And here's Banchero. He'll bring it up for the Magic. The lead is 2.
See, it's the size, the skill, and the athleticism of Carter Jr. that can sometimes prove too much of a task for these defenders. That is a big-time play.
He hits the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. So he gets them both, and it's a 4-point ball game.
He's able to make it a 2-possession game with some solid work at the line right there.
And so it's Rick Carlisle here calling timeout. No doubt he is feeling the importance of this moment right now. So it's the Pacers now. Looking to end the run. Rebound by Paolo Banchero.
I don't know if he's tired or what, but he is definitely holding back a little bit, and he has to step his game up right now.
To the inside. Lead pass was put in just the right spot. And the Magic lead by 6.
Used to these big moments from his college days. Banchero's heartbeat should stay low here.
Here's Nembhard. Good! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
You simply must play better defense than that. This guy is too good from distance.
And so they foul intentionally. So the first one drops, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And a tough break is his second attempt at the line. No good.
And looking for a very quick shot here.
You've got to run a play that's a quick strike. You've got to immediately foul after that.
Good! And that one sends the bench into a frenzy.
I'll tell you, these guys have worked so hard together. Everyone pulling in the same direction. Beautiful to watch.
And you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second. And he does get the second one. And that makes it a 3-point lead. And Rick Carlisle decides to call timeout. And he knows there's no room for mistakes and wants everyone on the same page. And let's get your take, guys. What's the strategy?
And it's do or die time. They need a bucket here to stay alive.
And it's either got to be a three-pointer or a score quickly and take the foul.
And it's the Pacers with the ball. Here's Halliburton. Three-pointer. Misses the tray. And they stop the clock as soon as they can with the intentional foul.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
Drops the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
Clutch free throws there. That should ensure they're going home with the W.
And so it's Orlando winning this one. A truly gutsy performance away from home.
You know, it really was. And, Kevin, when this one was hanging in the balance late, they showed just what a tough-minded group they can be.
And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldrich, and the rest of our terrific crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. And as we leave you, we give you our player of the game, Paolo Banchero.
Brent, a significant game tonight with serious playoff implications on the line.
You could just feel it in the atmosphere, right, PA? Even us coming in, you saw a lot more fans outside of the building. They're here early. They're watching the warm-ups. The players seemed like they're locked in. Those coaches' meetings we had even had some intensity to them. So I'm fired up to be sitting here with you to watch this one.
A look at Cleveland's opening lineup. Strus at small forward with Mobley next to him. Garland and Mitchell, the talented 1 and 2. And it's Allen in at the center position. And here are the Knicks now after the basket by Cleveland. Back to Brunson. And terrific work on the offensive glass as he picks up the deuce.
Oh, wow. Brunson just getting sideswiped there and some strength to get through it.
Outside Strus. Pass to Mitchell. The three on target from range.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Outside Brunson. Towns a screen on Garland. And Brunson gets it to go.
And mixing it up down low, Brunson, not the tallest guy on the floor, but he can finish around the basket.
Brent, everyone loves an underdog story, and there's few better than that of Jalen Brunson.
Yeah, this kid falling into the second round and all the perception around whether or not he was big enough or can he shoot the ball, is he athletic enough? This guy has continued to work hard every year and turned himself into an all-star and an all-NBA player. Every year, Anunoby seems to gain more and more confidence, especially in his jump shot.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
I briefly spoke with Tom Thibodeau. We talked about how his team is prepared to defend against Darius Garland, and Coach said we need to communicate and stay on our toes defensively, whether it's scoring or passing the ball. Garland is a creative player who knows how to manipulate opposing defenses. We should be able to hear his defense talking tonight, guys.
And Allie, thanks. Now here's Brunson. 15 in his last outing. Good on the bucket.
They've really come out swinging, hitting 4 of their first 5 shots.
Cleveland has gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. Pass to Garland. Over Brunson. That one off the back iron and out. And so Anunoby will bring it up for the New York Knicks. They lead by 4. Defeated by Detroit in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
On the road, they got owned defensively. They just couldn't match the activity level of their opponent.
Well, let's hope there isn't any carryover from that letdown in this one.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. And we talk about guys who can really guard 1 through 5. OG Anunoby is one of them, Brent.
Yeah, OG can make your night a living nightmare the way he can guard. He chases around shooters. He's physical enough to deal with wings who like to play in the mid-range. And he's relentless on the defensive end of the floor.
Hunter's checked in for Strus. Hits both from the stripe. Grant, the Cavs making the playoffs the last 2 years. A big deal in Cleveland.
Well, outside of years with LeBron on the roster, they hadn't made the postseason since 1998. But this group of Cavaliers are making their own history now.
And we've got a timeout called by Kenny Atkinson. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. Achua's checked in for New York. Here we have the 2K leaderboard breaking down the top blockers in the league last month. Evan Mobley, third.
And during this last month, he made a statement on the defensive end, just swatting away shots left and right.
First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes played so far. Pass to Garland. Will it go? The rebound by Bridges.
Maybe a time to rest him right now. Just give him a bit of a breather. Try to help him get back on track.
Achua with it. Bridges passes to Brunson. 6 on the shot clock. His fourth make in 5 tries. Solid start for him.
Just so successful getting the ball inside and finding those great looks.
The Cavaliers trail by 8. Garland with the ball. Karl Anthony Towns comes up with a rebound.
Time for some consideration in the passing category, maybe, Kevin. The shot is just not on. Get somebody else going.
Bridges feeling it out a little bit. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
And they've settled in quickly today. A nice flow and rhythm to their offense.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Knicks.
Man, I'll say this. I mean, the mid-range jumper has been a huge weapon for them offensively. Just tremendous so far.
Well, a lot of the players are doing a good job as well of scanning the interior part of the paint. All those inside looks, those are paying off.
The free throw is off from Bridges. And Brent, this Knicks team, they've taken on the identity of their head coach.
Well, B.A., isn't it interesting, Tom Thibodeau? Lots of scuttlebutt about him as the coach. And then they brought in players that kind of fit the coach. They play hard. They play defense first. They play a ton of minutes. But this team is gritty, and they don't give up.
Brunson misses. Cavaliers trail by 7. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
The Cavaliers are having success. Point guard Darius Garland said, "We're building something here and we've come a long way. It feels amazing having our own legacy. We're just trying to keep it going. The whole city is behind us." And Brian, they know there's still work to do.
And they've got no problem with that, Allie. Thank you. Bridges misses. The Cavaliers have gone 4 of 9 in this one so far. Here's Garland. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. Jalen Brunson picks one up.
Well, Garland does a good job there getting the shot up into the air while he's being fouled.
And Grant, when you look at Darius Garland, he has a very polished offensive game.
Absolutely. He's great at creating for himself, but also knows when to get others involved. He can score from anywhere, and he works incredibly hard on his craft.
That's good from Garland.
And Garland does a little bit of everything. A versatile guard with a bright, bright future.
For the Knicks, McBride comes in for Hart, and Payne is subbed in for Brunson. Mobley, he's checked in for Cleveland. Jerome comes in for Mitchell. That one falls, so he hits both of them.
At this point, you might as well go ahead and chalk up the points when he's at the free throw line. Pretty much automatic.
For 3, Bridges. And the rebound goes to Cleveland. They're moving on after a tough loss they took at the hands of the Pacers.
And they got to the line at a good clip, but couldn't cash in, and it ruined their chances.
Yeah, drawing fouls is tough, but the important part about that is when you get to the free throw line, you got to turn those into points, and it might have cost them in that last ball game missing all those chippies.
Here's Payne after the basket by Cleveland. Towns, right side. And no good. The dry spell continues. And so it's Garland who brings up the ball for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Here's Jerome. He had a 24-point outing in their last game against Indiana.
He's passing another high point in that game. He made sure it wasn't all about him. He wanted to get his teammates involved.
And has to fight through contact to get the finish. Mobley keeping his cool under duress.
And it's the Knicks with the ball after the basket by Cleveland. Mobley against Towns. Oh, misses the dunk.
Well, you could tell right there he just wanted to go for the jam, but the defense too good and distracting.
What a performance for Darius Garland. He has been the story for the Cleveland Cavaliers, hunting for opportunities, leading to 9 points in the quarter. More NBA on 2K Sports right after this. And getting it going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. All right, what do you guys think about Cleveland here in this one?
Well, it seems like they went in looking to do damage from long range, and they faced little resistance.
Pretty prime example here of how to space the floor and do it correctly. When you do it, that's the kind of thing that happens.
Well, Grant, when the money's on the line, the mid-range is still a big part of the elite player's game.
You're right, B.A. And really, it comes down to touch, obviously, and size certainly helps, and then the savvy and balance to create that space.
We've got Mikal Bridges. Mitchell Robinson is out there with Achua. Then there's Campaign, and it's McBride in at the 2. That's the 5 for New York right now. The 3 from Okoro. It's hauled in by Robinson. And the Knicks shooting it with confidence. 54% so far. McBride passes to Bridges. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Green. And now the Cavaliers on the break. Left side, Hunter. And that one no good to start off the night. Outside Payne. Second quarter of basketball, about a minute played so far. Mobley grabs the board. Stolen by Payne. This one for 3. And again, the Knicks missing. Cleveland shooting the ball at 43% from the field. Pass to Jerome. Green with a screen on Payne. Here's Jerome. No good on the 3. The Knicks have gone just 1 of 3 to begin the second quarter. Inside, Achua passes to Robinson. And here's Payne outside. Mobley grabs the board. Mobley's got his 5th rebound in this one. Pass to Hunter. Good work defensively by Robinson.
Ooh, old school right there. No easy buckets.
2 minutes now played in the second quarter. Here's Payne. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Opportunity for a 3-point play here.
That was just great work to battle through contact and will in the shot.
And he's got his first opportunity at the line here tonight. Karl Anthony Towns has checked in for New York. Anunoby comes in for McBride. Strus, he's checked in for the Cavs. Darius Garland comes in for Green.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
And Kenny Atkinson has called a timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys.
There obviously was a breakdown at the defensive end. They gave away too many clean looks.
Yeah, sometimes you can play good on-ball defense, but it's the help defense that makes you elite. And on that night, nobody rotating and not a lot of help.
The Knicks making a switch here. McBride's checked in. Now we get a chance to check some stats for Jalen Brunson. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. The Cavaliers trail by 3. Mobley outside. Outside Hunter. Beyond the arc. Cleveland again missing. New York has gone 0 for 2 from outside in the second quarter. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Evan Mobley was the 3rd overall pick in 2021. And his teammate Donovan Mitchell said about him, "It's crazy, and I don't mean this in a bad way, but I don't think he really understands how good he can be. He can take us to a completely different level. I personally believe that he can be a top 5 player in this league." Ryan, high praise for his teammate.
Indeed it is. Good stuff, Allie. Garland, the pass to Mobley. Pass to Strus to stop the drought. And that's 2 points on the layup. Strus has gotten his first bucket of the night.
And a nice find by Mobley, keeping his eyes up and his options open.
Towns outside. Here's Anunoby from the arc. And he can't get that one. Garland, the pass to Jerome. Now here's Mobley. Pass to Garland. Mobley on a screen. Oh, there's the alley. Hammers the lob through.
Assessing that possession right there. Garland waiting for the opening to find the man.
Outside McBride. Towns taking his time here. Second chance shot. And he sinks the layup. And the Knicks lead by 4.
Nice positioning and footwork on point. And Towns so smooth down there inside.
Outside Strus. Back to Garland. Floats one up. And it's good on the lay-in. Garland's got 11.
They are passing the ball around tremendously right now.
And we'll have a timeout called by Tom Thibodeau. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. And some changes here for New York. Achua's checked in for Robinson. Shamet comes in for Mikal Bridges. And Brunson is subbed in for McBride. Thompson, he's checked in for Cleveland. Donovan Mitchell comes in for Jerome. Achua with a screen. Here's Brunson outside. The three-pointer is down. Jalen Brunson.
Crafty and shifty. Those are two adjectives that fit under the Jalen Brunson definition.
Back to Garland. And that basket makes him 5 for 10. Steady production so far.
Such a critical part of how their offense is going to flow. Things are only working when he seems to be on the floor.
Outside Anunoby. Back to Brunson. Check out Brunson going to work inside.
And he's got a lot to do with the position that they're in. A very smart offensive performance tonight from him.
Outside Strus. And here's Hunter for 3. Drills it from deep.
What I like about that is Hunter did not rush the shot.
The Knicks with the lead. Left side Brunson. And he makes it. Brunson's got 7 points here in the quarter.
And he gives up some size inside, but makes a great adjustment on the finish.
Yeah, the big man not going to slow him down from getting that deuce.
From deep, Mitchell. It's another 3 for Cleveland.
Yeah, this is why defenses must be right up on Mitchell or he'll burn you off the pass.
Outside Achua. It's Shamet on the wing. Outside Anunoby. Launches it. Strus grabs the miss. The 3 from Mitchell. Ooh, Mitchell with the smooth stroke from distance.
Just incredible. I mean, he's really making it rain out there, knocking them down one after another.
Kind of like he's in his living room right now. He's found a comfort zone. Once he gets that, the defense knows they're in trouble.
And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. The Cavaliers on top. They lead by 2. All right, now let's check in with Allie LaForce. Allie, what do you have?
I'm here alongside Tibbs, and Coach, you hang your hat on defense. How can you improve on that end of the floor in the second half?
Well, we're having a hard time matching up with their threes. We have to do a much better job with our catch-and-shoot defense.
Good luck contesting in the second half.
Thanks very much, Allie. And, folks, we'll be right back to start the second half of this game.
Two quarters of play completed as we welcome you to take a look at some of the upcoming games on the schedule. Out in Philadelphia, it'll be the 76ers against the Hawks. Tip-off will be 7 o'clock Eastern.
And on paper, these two are pretty close in terms of talent.
Yeah, that's going to come down to effort and who controls that pace.
Let's turn now to our featured game where Darius Garland has made a statement in the first half.
You like how he's attacking on the interior, going after those high-quality looks. I mean, they tried to hassle him defensively, but to no avail.
Yeah, many of his points came in heavy traffic, something he better get used to. Appreciate you joining us. It's been our distinct pleasure, and I mean that. Let's now take you back over to the third quarter with Brian Anderson.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. You look at Jalen Brunson in this game, he's been everywhere.
He's been excellent at cutting through the defense and giving them fits around the basket.
You want these kind of nights where you can start to see those openings before they happen.
And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for New York. On the court right now for Cleveland. At the 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Mobley and Allen. Mitchell on the wing with Strus. And it's Garland in at the point guard. Cleveland has gotten 6 of 13 shots to go from outside the arc. On the wing, Mitchell takes a 3. It's rebounded by New York. Towns has got 4 rebounds now. Outside Anunoby. Pass to Brunson from outside the arc. Mitchell grabs a miss. The Cavaliers leading. Now Garland. Strus finds Mitchell. Mobley, left side. Outside Strus. Just 5 to shoot. Garland for 3. The Knicks pull it in. Towns has got 5 rebounds in the game. Well, the Knicks shooting the ball at 48% so far. Brunson against Allen. Brunson misses.
You talk about things at halftime, and then you come out and you go 0 for 3. I'm sure that wasn't up on the board.
Garland, the pass to Strus. The 3 from Mitchell. And once again, off the mark by Cleveland. The Knicks have gone 0 for 3 to start the second half. And we know Donovan Mitchell is a superb scorer. But Grant, what do you think he's focused on at this point of his career?
Well, B.A., it's all about championships for him. This is a guy that doesn't just want to be seen as an elite player. He really wants to compete for titles, too.
New York has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the third. Hard up top. For the tie. Pass to Towns. The shot is good, and this game is back to even. Towns has got his second bucket on the night.
All right, after 4 misses, they finally get one to go. That has to be a big relief for the offense after beginning this half on a bit of a cold streak.
Now here's Mitchell. And here's Mobley. Back to Mitchell. Shoots over Bridges. And another miss by Cleveland.
Things have been a little bumpy coming into the second half. 5 straight misses.
Towns gets the bucket.
Anunoby, a willing passer, a team player, wants to get that ball to his open guys.
Garland scanning the floor. Pass to Allen. On the wing, Mitchell. Jacks up a 3. Hart pulls it in.
He had more than enough room to hit that. Just couldn't make it happen.
Garland against Anunoby. Uses the glass on the layup. And now it's a 4-point New York lead.
Man, that's now 10 straight points in the paint. I'm not sure what's happened to their defense, man.
And Kenny Atkinson has called a timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. Achua's checked in for Anunoby. Hunter's checked in for Cleveland. And a look here at the scoring trend over the last several months for DeAndre Hunter.
And he's been trending downward in terms of his average points per game. And a number of reasons can lead to this. But he needs to figure out how to get back on track.
Allen finds Hunter. And Garland with a basket on the assist by Hunter. Garland's got 15 points.
Now, Garland started the game at 6'1", but the way he's playing now, he's got to be feeling 7 feet tall.
Brunson taking his time here. Counted from distance. 18 points for him.
Well, that equals his 3-point total from the first half. He had 1 before the break, and that's his first 3 of this half.
Now here's Mitchell. 12 points for him. The shot, no good. And some solid defense from Towns.
One reason this game is so tight is because both teams are hitting the boards with reckless abandon.
And so crucial for Hart to get to the line, establish some confidence. He's solid from there. But I think it sometimes gets his perimeter game going.
All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Knicks?
Well, not content to take what the defense gives them. I mean, they're attacking the gaps and getting the ball inside.
And I feel like another part of tonight's game has been the hustle points, getting up and down, getting second chances, getting transition opportunities. They've been fantastic in that area.
And both free throws good for Hart. And so it's Cleveland with it. They trail by 7. Outside Mitchell. Hunter on the wing. He's covered by Hart. Mobley outside. Pass to Mitchell. Shot clock at 6. No good on the triple.
He was terrific in the first half, guys. Maybe some adjustments from the opposing team coach, and he's lost a little bit of that touch here in the second.
Now here's Hart, a reliable offensive contributor, putting up almost 14 a game. Here's Brunson, and there's the call on Karl Anthony Towns. That's his first foul, and some changes here for New York. Robinson, he's checked in for Towns, and it's McBride in for Hart. Okoro is checked in for the Cavs. Jerome comes in for Garland. Cavaliers trail by 7. We've got 1:08 left in the third quarter. From deep, Mitchell. It falls. 5 for 11 in the game.
A volume shooter at the arc. Mitchell will rarely hesitate to take that.
Pass to Robinson. Bridges with it. Now McBride outside Achua. Here's Brunson. Here's McBride. Over Mitchell. A nice shot by McBride. McBride's got his first points of the game. Here's Jerome. Yet to see a basket. We've got 22 seconds left to play in the third. Okoro, no good.
Oh, love the intensity once they're hitting the boards.
Pass to McBride. Back to Brunson. And the officials will call the illegal screen here.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
Got to hold firm or you're going to get a call.
Now Hunter. Jerome on the wing with 1 on the clock. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
Great job ending the quarter on a high note.
Great way to end the quarter there. Team is pumped up.
And that'll do it for the third quarter. Knicks out in front, up 4. And we're just moments away from the start of quarter number 4. Stay with us. And we take a listen in now to Tom Thibodeau on a recent huddle.
Don't hold on to the ball. Keep the ball moving. Side to side. Set better screens. Get your hands active. Get some deflection. You got to do more than one thing. Do more than one thing.
Well, it's clear Coach Tibbs wants more activity, demanding it there.
And you can't blame him. I mean, he knows how crucial ball movement and energy is on both ends.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Karl Anthony Towns is out there with Mitchell Robinson. Then there's Campaign. Then it's OG Anunoby. And it's McBride in at the 2-guard spot. So that's who's on the floor for the Knicks. Now here's Payne. Pass to Towns. Fires the 3. Cavaliers with the rebound. Outside Garland. Here's Jerome. And here's Garland. From deep, Strus. It's hauled in by Robinson. Robinson's got his 6th rebound on the night.
Everyone in the building saw the obvious contact.
First one falls. Achua's checked in for New York. And a switch here also for Cleveland. Okiki's checked in. And that's good as he hits both shots.
And man, looking good from the line so far this half.
And so Garland will bring it up for the Cleveland Cavaliers. 6-point game. Okiki, the pass to Garland. There's a screen by Okiki. Goes up at the stripe. Garland, no good.
Clean look from mid-range. Coach will probably want to run that play again.
Pass to Achua. Back to Payne. Now here's Towns. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
Well, if you believe in the numbers, that mid-range shot is not a high-value shot, even with little or no defense on you. Well, if he wants to make the defense work, he's got to start knocking down the threes. Only one so far in this game for him, and none since halftime.
Sends it home from three-point land.
Could come down to selection. Bad shots in the first half. Here in the second, using his head, finding some more efficient opportunities to score.
And Kenny Atkinson has called a timeout. Coach clearly has something he wants to say to his team right now. Allen, he's checked in for the Cavaliers. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Well, over the break, I did listen in on Kenny Atkinson's huddle. He told his guys to, quote, turn it up, going on to say, only way we get out of this hole is with effort, incredible effort. So show me what you can do out there. It's a big ask, but we'll see what happens. Back to you.
Good job there, Allie. Thanks. Jerome passes to Hunter. And here's Allen, covered by Towns. Pass to Garland. Here's Jerome. 6 to shoot. They set the pick. Unloads. It's rebounded by McBride.
Their strong work ethic has been evident on the glass. Really getting after it and being physical.
Hard with it. Strus covering. And here's Anunoby. Towns outside. Pass to McBride. Pulls up on the wing. That shot is off. Cavaliers trail by 9. Just over 2.5 minutes played now. Final quarter of regulation. And it's Allen who slams it home.
Yeah, you saw Allen do a great job of just placing himself in that pick and roll, and he's right where he's supposed to be.
Towns a screen on Hunter from the low block. Shot's good by Hart. And the Knicks lead by 9.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Now here's Allen. Here's Hunter. Hart pulls it in. Hart's got his 4th rebound in this one.
And this feels like it's snowballed a little bit on them. The more he tries to shoot his way out of this slump, the worse it seems to get. They need him to get it together.
Towns a screen on Garland. And Kolek gets it to go.
Well, that's a shot he can hit. If you give it to him, you need a little more energy on defense that next trip down.
And Kenny Atkinson has called a timeout. He's looking to make some very important adjustments here. So both teams making some changes here. The Cavaliers trail by 12. Here's Mitchell. Oh, and Mitchell powers it home.
Oh, guys. I mean, this crowd is in awe of that Mitchell dunk. Heck, I'm in awe, too.
One shot.
We played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Here's Brunson. Banging his way through. Jalen Brunson.
And aren't we here with Brunson? This is what we expect from him, crafty and efficient.
Mitchell against Bridges. Pass to Garland. Over Brunson. And the shot is good by Garland. Here's Bridges. It's stolen by Garland. Down low. Ooh, power move by Mitchell.
Yeah, Mitchell putting on a clinic of his skills in this one. Take notes, kids.
Brunson against Garland. And that one's good for Brunson. Brunson's got 22 points.
And kind of par for the course here, right? Coming through with a solid offensive game to help them get this lead.
Mitchell showing some muscle.
Look at Mitchell's commitment to his shot. Doesn't let the contact slow him down.
Outside Brunson. Count that bucket. Brunson's got 9 points here in the second half.
Nice dribble move to get to the hoop for an easy 2.
Bridges against Mitchell. Shoots over Bridges. And Anunoby pulls it down. New York leading by 9. Pass to Brunson. And Max Strus picks up the foul. That's his first foul. .103 left in the fourth quarter here. Mitchell against Bridges. Brunson with it from behind the arc. Can't hit that one. Garland against Brunson. To the inside. Mitchell. The Knicks pull it in. Hard up top. 30 seconds left in the fourth. Anunoby for 3. Mobley grabs the board. And it's Garland with the ball for the Cleveland Cavaliers. They trail by 9. Pass to Allen. Oh, he tries a 3. The long distance 3 is buried. And that's an intentional foul. And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to go. And he can't get the second one to drop either. Coming up empty that time. Now a timeout called by Cleveland. They're down by 6. Any speculation on what we're going to see coming out of this timeout?
The game's not quite done yet, but they need points right away.
Yeah, act fast, but without mistakes.
Garland for 3. Yes! What a beautiful shot. Brings him within 3.
An all-star. Garland with so much confidence in big moments.
And they foul intentionally. That's what they have to do at this point.
And a smart choice right there. I mean, you can't allow them to just drain the clock.
Good on the first, and that gives him a 4-point cushion. Second one is good, getting both at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
Breathe easy now. The biggest free throws in the game, and he's coming through.
Fires for 3. The shot comes out. And so this one belongs to the Knicks. Boy, a hard-fought game. They did a great job of holding on to the lead at the end.
Yeah, get the coffee, because that's the way to close. You're going to face some obstacles in the game, but they overcame every one.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. Alongside Brent Barry, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson with our entire 2K crew thanking you for watching. And as we leave you, here's a look at our player of the game, Jalen Brunson.
good Friday night to you, sports fans. You've come to the right place. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan. With me tonight, Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson. And join two of the dominant teams, Greg, out here in the Western Conference going head-to-head.
And, Kevin, they know each other well. They expect to meet potentially in the postseason, and I would expect a playoff atmosphere tonight.
And the Houston Rockets starting five. Running the wings, they'll go with Green and Brooks. Alperen Şengün out there with Amen Thompson. And it's Van Vliet in at the point. Pass to Brooks. Thompson outside. Carries it down low.
We see this night in and night out. Thompson uses his size and elevation to make tough shots in the paint.
Doncic with it. Covered by Van Vliet. Kicks it out to LeBron. They get it back. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. That one on Thompson. Los Angeles shooting their first free throws tonight. The first trip to the stripe in this one.
Shooting two.
That free throw good from Doncic. Greg, you think about oversized point guards, and the gold standard has always been Magic Johnson. Now you look at Luka Doncic, and he's certainly big for that position.
Definitely some positive similarities, right? But the big difference is one of those guys has 5 rings, and that's not a knock on Doncic. This is a team sport, but Magic's ability to affect winning was right there with another MJ, Michael Jordan.
All free throws good from Doncic.
The all-around game of Doncic is impressive. A walking triple-double threat every night.
Van Vliet outside. Şengün with the screen for Van Vliet. From outside, off the mark. Los Angeles has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Ball's knocked loose. Goes up, and it's Green with the jam.
The blinding speed of Green really turns on the Jets in transition. It's impressive to watch.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Hey, Kevin. Briefly spoke with J.J. Redick. I asked him how they plan on bottling up Jalen Green. Now, he said we have to try and stay in front of him and protect the rim. Jalen is an explosive athlete and an incredibly crafty finisher around the basket, so keeping him out of the paint won't be easy. Guys, back to you.
Thanks, David. Şengün with the screen for Thompson. Takes it inside. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Tenacious on the attack. Thompson is fantastic at finding lanes to the basket.
Reeves outside. Over Green. Shot is good off the back rim and in.
And hitting the mid-range jumper here early gives the defense just another thing to think about.
And you don't see many teams take these shots as often anymore. It's nice to see them take advantage in this area.
Now Şengün. His scoring totals are something to take note of. He's averaging over 19 points a game. It's rebounded by Hayes. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. James misses. Rockets trail. GA, if you look back at the Rockets' history, so many all-time greats have spent time there.
Yeah, it's an impressive list, right? Olajuwon, Moses Malone, Calvin Murphy, and Harden. Houston's well represented in the Hall of Fame.
Here's Doncic, and Doncic throws it down.
Energy. That's what Doncic brings every night. That steal and basket can ignite a team.
And timeout is called by Ime Udoka. Wants to talk some things over. Might be seeing some things to adjust. Dorian Finney-Smith checked in for Hachimura. And their Supreme Dreams very happy to be seeing the Lakers winning.
and he's a huge NBA fan, and he puts out some really funny basketball-related content as well.
And Green gets it to go.
For Jalen Green to be an all-star level guy, he's got to knock down those threes.
Pass to Finney-Smith. Back to Doncic. From downtown, Brooks grabs the board. Last outing for the Rockets, it was a loss to the Clippers.
Yeah, tough game on the road. The guys you're defending obviously comfortable shooting in their own building. You've got to find a way to break their rhythm.
Well, they weren't fighting through screens. Their closeouts and rotations were late. You name it, and let's just say they didn't do it on defense.
And there it is for him. And so Doncic will bring it up for Los Angeles. Trailing by 2, puts it up from 12. Rockets with the rebound.
And he's very confident from that range, but you can't make them all.
Thompson passes to Brooks. Back to Thompson. Pass to Van Vliet. Takes a 3. Hits the three-point bomb.
This is Van Vliet's calling card. He's actively looking to fire from deep.
1:14 left to play in the first. On the wing, Reeves. And there's another turnover by the Lakers.
And with the break here, let's look at the stats for Van Vliet. He's putting up about 14 points a night, 5 assists, and 3 rebounds. And he has been passing the ball like a virtuoso. That's what really stands out about these recent performances.
I've played with someone like him, the type of player that looks to get others involved first. That's my type of teammate.
Connect, he's checked in for Austin Reeves. Houston with a big group substitution here. Steven Adams, he's checked in for Şengün. Smith comes in for Thompson. Tari Eason's checked in for Brooks. And it's Whitmore in for Fred Van Vliet. Driving to the basket. Here's Connect. Pass to Finney-Smith. Shot to stop the run. Los Angeles with another miss.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
And here is Adams. Finney-Smith defending. Adams drawing the double team. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. Here's the break. Pass to James. Doncic outside. Good, and the assist goes to James. 6 points for Luka Doncic.
And Shane's got a few tricks up his sleeve there. Doncic's handles are very impressive.
Here's Green. Puts up a 3. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. The Rockets on top, up 3. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for the Rockets.
I've really been impressed with how aggressive they've been inside, looking to capitalize from the paint whenever they can.
And it seems they've also put an emphasis on moving the ball, working to rotate around the defense and find those quality looks.
They've got Dorian Finney-Smith. Austin Reeves out there with Vincent. Then it's Connect. And it's Vanderbilt in at the power forwards position. That's the group for the Lakers to start the second quarter. And some nice passing there by Houston. Clock at 6. Holiday with the 3. And it's Finney-Smith with the rebound.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Vincent finds Reeves. Pass to Connect. Reeves outside. There's the triple. It's rebounded by Houston. And something you see with the Lakers, they really trust their role players, don't they, Richard?
Yeah, LeBron does a great job of empowering his group. That's why he's top 5 in the league all time in assists. If you earn his trust, he will give you a ton of space to work. The Lakers know that they can only go as far as their great group of role players.
And not the prototype power forward, but he has tremendous athletic ability.
Eason, a screen on Reeves. And that one's good, Whitmore.
And those are the kinds of shots that give rookies like Whitmore so much confidence.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Alperen Şengün is a weapon on the block. Coach Ime Udoka said there are not a ton of true low-post threats in the NBA nowadays. Joel Embiid, Jokic, I don't know how many others there are anymore. Alpe's had success against pretty much everybody that's guarded him. Kevin, his footwork is indeed high level.
DA totally agreed. Great footwork. Moves on moves, I've always said. Back to Vincent. And it's Aaron Holiday with the foul. That's his first foul. Hachimura, he's checked in for the Lakers. James comes in for Connect. The Rockets also changing it up. Thompson, he's checked in for Cam Whitmore. And it's Fred VanVleet in for Aaron Holiday. Vincent with it. He has yet to score. Buries it from three-point range. And the Lakers lead by 1. Guys back and forth this first half.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
Şengün kicks to Thompson. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Lakers have gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter. Here's LeBron. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by James.
And taking a look here at the numbers for Thompson. He's been on a remarkable tear this past month. He's putting up about 14 points a night, 7 rebounds, and just over 2 steals. And you love his anticipation. All those steals, he's always a step ahead, reading plays before they develop.
His nose for the ball has never been better, Greg, and his transition defense really stands out. If you get careless in the open court, that man will make you pay.
Doncic is checked in for the Lakers. Green finds VanVleet. Richard, you've talked a lot about how underrated longevity has been as a factor in measuring some of the all-time great players.
Well, when you think about Jordan, LeBron, Kareem, the only way to achieve greatness in the statistical category is to have longevity. So obviously greatness and longevity coincide.
Here's Thompson, and it's Thompson with the jam.
He's got rocket ship-like takeoff. Thompson can flat out fly.
And J.J. Redick is called timeout. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. Los Angeles making a switch here. Goodwin's checked in. Let's see some of the numbers here for Fred VanVleet.
And guys, it hasn't been pretty for him in the past 5 games. He's having one of those scoring slumps that all players go through at some point in the season. But I know he hadn't lost his confidence, and I expect this young man to get after it here tonight.
Doncic outside. Pass to Hachimura. Now, here's Doncic. And Doncic with the triple.
Just focusing on the task at hand, that's all you can do.
Yeah, when the game is up for grabs like this one has been, it's all about the attention to detail.
And here is Brooks. Houston moving the ball around. Şengün with the screen for Thompson. Shoots over Hachimura. Thompson with the bucket. Thompson's got 4 points this quarter.
It helps that Thompson can score with either hand close to the bucket. Defenders can't force him to one side or the other.
Goodwin kicks to Doncic. And the Lakers hit again from deep.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
Van Vliet passes to Brooks. Thompson in the corner. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
Yeah, that was the 3rd straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Hachimura against Thompson. Hachimura, no good.
Defense pulled out all the stops to shut him down there.
Green inside the 3-point line. It's rebounded by Doncic.
Got a good look there, but just not able to hit from the mid-range.
Goodwin passes to Doncic. Over Green, and it's Doncic missing. Houston's gone 1 of 4 from 3-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. And RJ, even without a consistent jumper, Amen Thompson has proven to be a productive player.
And that jumper should develop over time. But he does everything else at a high level. He's extremely versatile, especially on that defensive end, Kevin.
He misses the free throw.
Thompson is one of the best pure athletes to come into the league in quite some time. He's fast, and boy, can he fly.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles, Jackson Hayes comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's Austin Reeves in for Goodwin. And a change for the Rockets. Smith checked in for Alperen Şengün. And he can't hit the second. Hey, Greg, where do you think the Rockets are the strongest in their play?
I'd say on the glass. They generally do a good job crashing the boards and going for loose balls. They really value every possession.
Rockets have missed both free throws they've attempted tonight.
And 74% has been the mark for them on the season thus far.
First free throw is good.
And for Green, it's about focusing on taking high percentage shots. When he does this, he's an effective player.
Both free throws good from Green. And here is Los Angeles now. They trail by 1. Last time these two teams came together was also in this building. They were able to win it for the home fans.
Well, last time out, they got the win in large part because of the play of their bench, and they provided a lot of the scoring points.
And you can tell how important having depth is for them. Sometimes it's the difference between a win and a loss.
Brooks for 3. A three-pointer is right on target. Brooks has got himself on the board with 3 there.
Oh, spacing the floor. Brooks is comfortable shooting it from deep.
Here's Doncic, forcing his way inside. Doncic.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
He's just riding the wave of momentum right now, getting to his spots and keeping things simple on the offensive side.
And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Rockets lead by 2. Stay with us, folks. We'll get back just after halftime to start the 3rd quarter.
Well, I think of Houston. They're right where they want to be, and they're right where they should be. Now it's a matter of getting everything in place.
Well, as we check out the results of the first half for the Lakers, it's been neck and neck.
I'm not seeing their activity on D. Right now, the game is close, but it could turn on them unless they up the effort.
I agree. If they let this slip away, it's because their defense let them down.
That is more than enough of us. Let's send you back.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. You know, Luka Doncic has been exceptional here, guys.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
And you love that mindset he has going at the rim. He hasn't settled for anything, and he's been the aggressor all game long.
Now here's Van Vliet. Starting the second half, here's Ime Udoka's 5. At the guard positions, Van Vliet and Green. Thompson is out there with Alperen Şengün. And it's Brooks in at the small forward position. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. Here's Doncic. Reeves outside. James outside. Misses the three.
Shocking that he just bricked that one. The defense got real lucky there.
Thompson outside. Şengün with a screen on James. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
And let's check out stats for James. The past month has been surreal. Averaging 22 points per, 6 assists, and 6 rebounds. And he has been passing the ball like a virtuoso. That's what really stands out about these recent performances.
I've played with someone like him, the type of player that looks to get others involved first. That's my type of teammate.
That free throw good from Thompson. And so Thompson nails both of them. Lakers trail by 4. Doncic outside. And there's the foul. It's on Jalen Green. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Doncic. He's got 14. Here's the 3. It's rebounded by Houston. Thompson's got his 6th rebound on the night. A little over a minute gone here in the second half. Screen by Şengün. Van Vliet nails the wide open jump shot. Van Vliet's got the lead up to 6 now for Houston.
And I like Van Vliet's shot selection. Terrific at looking to score when he sees the opportunity.
Reeves the pass to Hachimura. Drills it from outside. Hachimura's got 6.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed. Never in a hurry.
Thompson outside. Back to Van Vliet. Over Doncic. They kick it out to Green for 3. It's rebounded by Doncic.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
Yeah, right now, he's just in his own head. Not much you can do to try and push through it.
Vintage LeBron there, owning the lane. I mean, who's going to stop that?
Some nice passing there by Houston. For three, Van Vliet. Van Vliet can't get that one to fall.
Out of halftime, not the way you want to execute, just 1 of 5 from the field.
And Van Vliet, not the same scorer he once was, Richard, but he has improved his playmaking.
And that's the adjustment that Van Vliet needed to make. The scoring doesn't always have to be there for him. But if he can set up, facilitate, and be a game manager, he'll find a large role.
And there's Green on the assist by Thompson. 11 points in the game.
Nice poise inside from Green, showing how comfortable he is amongst the trees.
Reeves outside. Back to Doncic. Six to shoot. Gets the bucket and the foul. And Van Vliet picks one up.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for the Lakers. And the Rockets making a change here as well. Eason's checked in. That free throw good from Doncic. And it's Van Vliet with the ball for Houston. Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Şengün with the screen for Green. And it's off from three-point range.
And to put things simply, this has not been his quarter.
The three for Doncic. It's rebounded by Şengün.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
And it's Thompson with the jam.
And this one has been all about Amen Thompson, a freakish athlete. When he gets rolling, there's just not much a defender can do.
Back to Doncic. Puts up a deep three. Green with the rebound.
The D has to respect his range. He made 2 in the first half, and he's capable of draining even more here in the second.
And Green slams it in.
The vertical and reach make Green a terrific target in the alley-oop game.
Los Angeles has gone into a slump here from three-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. And J.J. Redick calls timeout here. Looking for a breather and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about. Jabari Smith, he's checked in for Houston. Whitmore comes in for Amen Thompson. On the wing, Reeves. And he lobs it up toward the rim. Leaps for it. In the corner, it's James. Over Whitmore. LeBron can't get it to go. Houston in the lead. 1:15 left here in the third quarter. Van Vliet can't get it to go.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
And Doncic gets it to go.
Well, the skill of Doncic at 6'7", 230, it makes him an impossible matchup defensively.
Here's Green. Banked in off the glass. Green's got 15.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Reeves the pass to Doncic. And the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him.
And how about the balance of Doncic on that possession? Amazing at just absorbing the contact and still with the strength to finish.
This will be his fourth shot at the line in this one. Vanderbilt's checked in for Los Angeles. Gannett comes in for LeBron. Adams, he's checked in for the Rockets. That free throw good from Doncic. There's 38 seconds left in the third quarter. Green deciding where to go with it. Drains it from beyond the arc. Green's got 9 points here in the second half.
His first triple of the second half. Can he get it going?
Doncic finds Reeves. With the drive. Back to Doncic. Connect with it. Eason on him. A second chance effort. Connect. No good.
You often expect him to convert these types of shots, but the D must have made their presence felt to prevent that one.
And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Rockets ahead, up by 4. 2K Sports, back in a moment here in Los Angeles. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the floor generalship right here? I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands when he's the man in charge.
He does do a great job steering the ship for them out there and keeping the offense clicking.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far with this fourth quarter. Sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. In it forward for him, it's James and Hachimura. Vincent is out there with Connect, and it's Finney-Smith in at the center. That's the Laker 5.
Cutting into that deficit now, well within striking distance.
A stop or two in the next minute or so, and they could even this game up. Great job to keep battling.
Here's Holiday. Softly drops in the floater. Holiday's got his first bucket of the night.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
And here is Hachimura. Vincent the pass to Hachimura. Rebound by Smith. Houston leading by 4. Here's Whitmore. And rebounded by Connect. The Lakers shooting at 46%, making some buckets. Over in the corner, Vincent. Pass to Connect. Here's Hachimura. A three-pointer off the mark. Now Eason to the paint. Trying to find Şengün. He gets it to him. Got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish. Lakers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. And here is Hachimura. And it's Houston on the break. Shot by Eason, no good. Lakers trail by 4. To the middle, it's taken away by Smith. LeBron against Eason. Back to Whitmore. Şengün with a screen on Hachimura. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Şengün. And some changes here for the Lakers. Jackson Hayes, he's checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And Goodwin subbed in for Connect. Fred VanVleet is checked in for the Rockets. And here is Los Angeles now. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. And J.J. Redick calls timeout here. He has decided it's the right time to talk. And the Lakers with some changes. Austin Reeves comes in for Goodwin. And Doncic is subbed in for Vincent. And then for Houston, Amen Thompson, he's checked in for Smith. Brooks comes in for Tari Eason. And it's Green in for Cam Whitmore. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Hey guys, J.J. Redick's message with his team was simple. Now, he's not happy with the perimeter defense. He told them we have to hustle more out to the three-point line because they look real comfortable out there now. I want you contesting every three they put up. We'll see if that intensity increases on D. Guys?
Thank you, David. And Green gets it to go.
Green has been locked in, really powering this offense.
Doncic kicks to Hachimura. Reeves in the corner. Over Green. Los Angeles with another miss. Rockets leading by 6. Here's Thompson. And it's Thompson with the jam.
He's earning his keep offensively, a key part of their winning effort at this point.
And so James will bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers.
See, right there, you know you have to foul LeBron James because you just have no chance to stop him.
First one falls for him.
Some things change, but LeBron stays the same. Still the same leader on the floor. The same player. It is truly impressive.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
And when you think of LeBron, his competitive spirit is, to me, the first thing that comes to mind. All this guy wants to do is win all the time.
VanVleet kicks to Green. Here's Şengün. Shot clock at 6. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Working hard inside. Şengün, man, does he earn these calls.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one.
Looking at the start of Şengün's career, here's a guy who's really stepped up his game, has become a key player for them.
He's perfect from the line this time. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. James up top, Brooks covering. LeBron against Brooks. A shot by LeBron, no good. Rockets leading by 8. Pass to Şengün. VanVleet deciding where to go with it. There's 1:47 left in the game. Another miss by Houston. James dishes to Doncic. James against Van Vliet. Reeves outside. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. James has got his 4th assist in this one.
A guy who will do what it takes to get his team what they need. Reeves steps up.
Looking to get back on track here. Van Vliet passes to Thompson. Reeves against Green. Gets a very good look and converts. Green's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Just a beautiful jump shot. Green is the prototype NBA 2-guard.
Outside, James. Reeves with the screen for LeBron. Out to Doncic. And the 3 off target.
And you know what? If you're the defense, you got him right where you want him. Let him keep shooting those threes because he's been brutal in this half.
Şengün, it's blocked.
And not sure they've got enough time to save themselves.
And if I were them, I'd start thinking about where I'm going to get food after the game because this one looks a bit out of reach.
Here's LeBron. And it's Van Vliet with the rebound. So we see the Rockets get the win here. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for them, Greg. They really had to work for this win.
That's a good point. I mean, weaker teams might have buckled at the end with the crowd amped up, everyone in the building kind of rooting against you, but they stood tall and pulled it out.
Well said. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. So for our reporter, David Aldridge, and our analysts, Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony, I'm Kevin Harlan. We thank you for watching tonight's game. And now, our player of the game, Jalen Green.